Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm Kyle, this is Kaizen DIY Gym. In this video, I'll show you how I built this standalone French cleat storage wall. This is the first official video in my new gym. I've been spending the last 6 weeks putting this gym together. I haven't been documenting it because honestly, it takes so much more time to like break out the camera and then edit the footage, but it's coming along nicely. I'm ready to start building some storage, and my project today is something I've been looking forward to for a while. Now at this point, I've already done a couple storage projects. Over here, I've got a combination of wall control, rogue band peg holder, and then weight holders. Here's the Bells of Steel Hydra 3x3 rack that I assembled in my other gym, and then once it was done, I broke it down and brought it here. What's cool is that this 72-inch rack fits perfectly under all these air ducts and stuff, so it's actually a perfect fit. Over here on this side, I have my Fringe Sport 3x3 rack. I was able to squeeze my barbell holder up in here, and then behind this door is another part of my gym. There's the rep rack. I had to turn it into a half rack rather than it was a 6-post in my previous gym. But right back here, I have this dumbbell rack and this wall, and I want to turn this wall into freestanding French cleat storage. A few months ago, I moved out of my old house and moved into a rental. This new basement is pretty spacious, but knowing I'll be living here temporarily, I didn't want to put a bunch of holes in the walls. I can stick a rack in there, and what I'm super pumped about is there's this whole secondary room. This whole thing is gonna be a gym for sure. I've been making some freestanding storage by using some 2x4s against the wall, attached at the top and touching the ground at the bottom. Once those are secure, I can attach stuff to them like I would any old wall stud. I put French cleats in my old gym because it's a cost-effective and super versatile storage option for home gyms. When I moved, I tore them all down and brought them with me. In fact, most of the wood I used for this project was scrap wood, so the cost to build was pretty low. My primary woodworking tools are still at my old house, so I did all of this using a battery-operated saw and a couple of drills. Links are in the description. Purchasing from any of my affiliate links helps to support my channel. I start off by measuring the available space. I did buy 3 92-inch 2x4s to act as my wall studs. Those are the only materials I purchased for this project. I cut and stain them and then set them aside to dry. Then I grab my scrap wood and I lay it all out. From there, I start painting and staining. I do this to cover up the variations in wood color on the scrap wood. When I started, I had a general idea of what I wanted it to look like. I took a lot of inspiration from the reclaimed wood wall posts on Pinterest, but a lot of the build process was just trial and error. Painting, repainting, staining, and then stacking until I found the right combination of everything. As a wood hoarder, it was nice to finally use some of this wood that I've been storing for the last few years. These thin strips, for instance, came from bunk beds that my children slept on when they were young. I threw out the rest of the bed, but kept these slats. Thin and already stained, they ended up being a nice way to break up the 2x4s. Once I have the final layout, I go through and trim the ends. Then I go over some of the pieces with a hand sander to smooth out jagged edges and give a more weathered look. Then spray paint the ends black. I bring everything inside and start assembling. The long 2x4s act as wall studs. They're secured to the dumbbell rack at the bottom and to the rafters at the top. I put a screw into each vertical 2x4 and occasionally need to use my wood clamp to straighten out warped boards. You'll notice how the sides are staggered. I did this to make up for the inaccuracies in my board lengths, but also I just think it looks cool. When all the 2x4s are up, I grab my French cleats. I previously did a full video on these, so I won't get into the detail on how to make them. Check my other video for more info. After putting up the first row, I realized I didn't like the color of the French cleats, so I took them outside and spray painted them black. This provides a much better contrast in my opinion. I used a scrap piece of 2x4 as a spacer and made sure each row was level before fastening. Once those are all up, I start adding my French cleat attachments. I had already made all these at my last house, so they went up quickly. The end result is this functional feature wall that is capable of storing a ton of equipment. I love how it turned out. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.